Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I got him on for looking for us.
Okay, see you man. What's up, MP?
Nonsense, kid.
It's all happening in Dallas, Texas at the American Airlines Center. The Pelicans taking on the Mavericks. For New Orleans, their incredible journey continues, ripping through the schedule, never looking back. Even on the road tonight, you can bet this team will come out swinging. Mavs, Pelicans is next, right after this. From 2K Sports to everyone out there, welcome and Happy New Year. I'm Brian Anderson, and with me tonight, Grant Hill and Tim Legler. And down on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Kyrie Irving.
And it's not the kind of trend he wanted to see, but that's what happens over the course of almost any career. Coaches around the league have learned all your tendencies, and let's face it, playing for as long as he has takes a toll on the body.
And checking out the New Orleans opening lineup. We've got Jalen Wells, Murray out there with Hardy. Then there's Zion Williams. Williamson, and it's Queen in at the 5. And for the Mavericks, they've got MP. Also Kyrie Irving out there. Derek Lively is out there with Flag. And as a catalyst for his team offensively, MP has stated his focus on setting up his teammates. He wants to be a top distributor.
Promising to get your team more involved like MP has can be a tricky thing, because now your guys are expecting more touches and they'll all be calling for the ball. But if MP can control the offense and consistently make smart choices with the ball, it'll be a huge lift for this squad.
All right, let's throw it over to Allie, who has a report on MP.
I spoke with MP before the game about his playmaking, and he told me his goal is pretty simple. When he creates more opportunities for his team than their opponents can, they usually win. So that's what he set on doing.
Yeah, seems pretty straightforward. Thanks for that, Allie. And here on New Year's Day, does some struggling team see this as a chance to hit the reset button?
Yeah, B.A. You know, when you're struggling, you're always looking for the reset button. And there's no better excuse than January 1st. New year, new start.
Wow, that was slick. Murray getting just enough room to finish off that play.
And here's MP from outside. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. The Pelicans have gone 1 for 3 so far. Pass to Queen. Here's Williamson. Outside Murray. Three-pointer. He can't get that one to fall.
You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
Count it. MP's got his second basket of the night.
And that's what happens when you let MP get positioning inside.
And here's Williamson. Pass to Murray. Shakes him. And he sinks the layup. Murray's got his second basket.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
From deep, MP knocks it down from distance.
And ring another one up. MP not messing around from deep.
And Legs, you look at this Mavericks roster, tremendous size up front.
Yeah, Brian, they've got great physicality up front, and that's what the league is allowing these days. So they've got the personnel to play some bully ball.
And he goes in for the dunk.
A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home. Outside Irving. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. MP way outside. Again, MP missing.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Outside Murray. The three ball. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3. A long-limbed 6'5" guard, Grant. Talk about what DeJounte Murray brings to the table.
Oh, man, defense, defense, defense. I mean, he's led the league in steals, B.A., and Murray is really good at disrupting the point of attack, making things hard on the opposing ball handler.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Messi, he's checked in for Queen. Trey Murphy comes in for Wells. And it's Fears in for Hardy. Yep, count it. MP's got 9 points.
It's impressive how confident MP is down there. It feels like he can score at will when he gets it in that area.
Back to Murray. Beyond the arc. And again, New Orleans no good. Dallas leading by 3. Pass to MP. And MP throws it down.
Well, it's smart that MP didn't settle for a layup. This young man hammered it down with confidence.
Here's Murray. And the shot falls short that time. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 9 and finding their rhythm now. Pelicans trail by 5. Wing shot on the way. Mavericks with the rebound. They're coming off that win against the Heat.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road. but they ran the offense brilliantly.
The key when you go into a hostile territory is play with a purpose and stay true to your game plan. That's what they did.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
Yeah, and that's a shot he'll make 90% of the time. He just couldn't get it to go right there.
And here's MP from outside. Gets the 3 ball to go. He's got 14.
Well, just keep feeding him. He has been lights out.
Murray. That one's off. Still out of sync. MP way outside. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Dallas on top. They lead by 8. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. If you're just joining us, Mavericks with some changes. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Gafford. Kyrie Irving comes in for Strus. And MP subbed in for Washington.
One shot.
Marvin Bagley is out there with Derek Lively. And then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's MP. And it's Flagg in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Miami got the job done. He picked up 29 points, and he was spectacular on the boards, grabbing a season high in rebounds. Just another remarkable performance from him. Nothing new. Guys, we'll see how long he keeps this up.
All right, Allie, thanks for the update. It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., there was nothing they could do to contain him. Once he got rolling, it was game on.
Well, he did whatever he wanted. I love the fact that he was under control, yet very aggressive.
Now here's Williamson. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Phoenix. And for someone listed at 6'4", DeJounte Murray is an excellent rebounder, Tim.
Well, he sure is. He's got long arms and he's very athletic. His work on the glass, one of the many ways that he can impact winning, and he's always a threat to take it end to end. And, you know, you get so much out of DeJounte Murray. He's a high-effort guy, but he also stuffs the box score. Points, rebounds, assists, and then defensively, he is just a pest who can be disruptive.
Well, Grant, when Zion is doing what he does best, it changes everything for the Pels.
Yeah, he bends defenses and brings a force that few teams can answer. With him in rhythm, they're not just dangerous.
Over to the left wing for 3, Hardy. And again, New Orleans no good.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
The putback.
And you have to appreciate the heart they've shown on the offensive boards this quarter.
And here's Williamson. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They trail by 18. Washington passes to MP. And he's knocked off course by the D. So the foul is called, and he'll shoot free throws.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter. You know, so far, I'm pretty impressed with MP's attitude. He doesn't seem like a young hothead. He knows he's got a lot of work to do on his game.
Fears, he's checked in for New Orleans. Here's Fears. He's got 5 to the paint. Here's Murray. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Murray's got 10 points in the game.
And that is a high-quality shot. You will take it every time from that close.
MP, the pass to Irving. Driving in. Kicks it out to MP. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 5 assists in the game. Pelicans trail by 21. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Murray. Last game for him, he picked up 13.
A shooter shoot, and he didn't quit. Much better performance this quarter.
Back to MP from the arc. The shot off that time. And so it's Dallas up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first-half performance it's been for the Dallas Mavericks.
I'll tell you one thing. They're going to keep going inside until the defense proves it can slow them down.
Shaq, why are you crying? All right, next, let's look at some of the possible entrants into this year's dunk contest.
This is a contest where sometimes you get guys who don't play much. So a lot of their best dunks happen in practice. Makes the evaluation a lot harder.
Word gets out, though, Kenny.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back, everybody. Happy New Year's to all of you as we continue our broadcast. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
And this offense continues to find him in his sweet spots from deep.
Well, few descriptions more glowing than saying a player is clutch. What, in your opinion, Grant, enables a player to be that way?
You know, B.A., it's about confidence and command. When you're able to process and execute under the pressure, both internal and external, that's when you have a chance to be clutch.
Here's who James Borrego is starting the second half with. Hardy is out there with Murray. Then there's Jalen Wells. Then there's Zion Williamson. And it's Queen in its center, filling out the middle.
That is exactly where Williamson is unstoppable.
Shot from the wing. And it's Queen with a rebound. Queen's got 4 rebounds now. Murray inside. Lively's there. Rejected by Lively. And as it goes out of bounds, New Orleans will keep possession. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Here's Wells. 5 points in the game. Shot clock at 5. There's a screen.
That's a terrific defensive effort by MP, challenging the shooter just enough to force the miss.
And for all the talk of unicorn centers, a lot to be said for a rim-running big man like Derek Lively, Tim.
Yeah, his mobility fits the modern game, B.A. He can move his feet, which allows him to cover in space. And then, on the break and as a rim roller, watch your head.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Zion Williamson is a force offensively, but now he's applying his physical gifts to the other end of the court. He said, quote, teams were hunting me on defense. Watching the film, I didn't like that. I just started taking a lot more pride in it, working on it so I can hold my own. Back to you guys.
Locking in. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. And the Mavericks have stressed the importance of defense to winning at the highest level, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., they felt that fortifying the team at that end of the floor would get them closer to contention. And look at them. They're making some bold moves there along the way.
Williamson, right side. The shot, no good.
Well, coaches really appreciate when guys defend with that kind of effort. Just a fantastic job protecting the rim.
Pelicans trail by 13. The deep 3 from Murray. And the Pelicans miss again. And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for Dallas. Nothing yet for him here in the third quarter.
Yeah, when we talk about MP's unlimited potential, we're referring to nights like this one.
Here's Murray. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Lively's got his 5th rebound in this one. MP finds Irving. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. That's his first foul of the game. From deep, MP.
Really tough quarter for him shooting the basketball.
Oh, another miss by MP.
Well, he was shooting the ball from deep in the first half, but he's come up dry ever since.
Launches it. And it's Queen with a rebound. Queen's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Here's Williamson. So good down low. Williamson.
Something about Zion attacking you with that left hand. It's a difficult angle to defend.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And Dallas making a change here. Bagley's checked in. And then for New Orleans, Misi, he's checked in for Queen. And it's Fears in for Hardy. Pass to Lively. Kicks it out to MP. Shot is up. There's the triple. Hits a three-pointer. MP's got 26.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Williamson left side. Over Bagley. And it's Bagley with a rebound. Bagley's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Irving. Pass to Flag. And stolen by Williamson. MP against Murray. Lively with a block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lively. Both teams will make... Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Here's Irving. They've got Kyrie Irving. He's out there with MP. Flag is out there with Derek Lively. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
The three, Hardy knocks down the long J.
They've come into the second half with renewed focus at the offensive end, putting in a big effort.
And there's a pick. MP. Oh, MP showing the big range.
Oh, so competitive. MP with the response three. This guy is all about winning.
Murray. Oh, missed on the tray.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Oh, he missed the jumper. They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
Here's Flag. MP. MP packs it home.
Yeah, I love how aggressive MP is being right now. Every time he touches the ball, he's looking to capitalize.
And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. Down by 15. A minute 53 left in the fourth. 5 to shoot. From 11 feet away. Fires the three. Ooh, it doesn't go. Dallas leading by 15. MP fires. The three is off.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it. It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Mavericks.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
And they add to the win column, their 19th victory this year.
But they've got 2 more chances to get some revenge. The matchup doesn't favor them, but against a conference opponent, they're going to battle hard.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for MP.
Yeah, he was just laser focused in that game. It got to the point where you just knew if he shot it, it was going in.
Buries it from outside.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
Zion from 12 feet out, cash. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
Williamson with a rebound. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Murray. Oh, it doesn't go. And a chance to add to the lead here.
Yeah, B.A., they should really stick with what they've been doing.
MP fires. No good from 3. And so Dallas takes this one by a big margin. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
And let's check in with Jennifer Quintana.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with MP, the star tonight who broke the 30-point mark in the win. How did you balance knowing when to get your teammates going versus when it's time to look for your own shot?
Oh, the game is going to let you know. It has its own rhythm to it, a sort of flow. If you stay within the flow, you get a feel when to pass, when to shoot. The right play early on in the game.
BA, over to you.
Thank you, Jennifer. Well, folks, that's going to...
thinking, MP.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And roaming the sideline for tonight's game, our Allie LaForce. And Doris, when you look around the league, there are still a handful of players coming along from off-season injuries.
Yeah, and Kev, this is a very tough balance for coaches to have to navigate. You have to protect your guys that have a history of injury, but at the same time, it's eventually go time. We got to win games here.
And for those not following the latest buzz, a new target has been set up by MP to collect more assists than anyone on teams they face.
I mean, MP's been making some good plays, but just not enough to impact the outcome of the game. Going forward, if he can spread his assists around and stay focused on that, I think more wins are likely to follow.
So the New York starting five, Santi Aldama is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Bridges in a two-guard. MP passes to Lively. And finished off by Lively.
Let's remember, this guy's got a 9'4" standing reach and a vertical that's ridiculous. Lively just getting to the rim.
And it's Brunson missing. Looking at the Knicks, they took the win in their last game against Memphis.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
Well, the best way to silence a crowd is with your offensive game. Those fans got quiet in a hurry when the buckets started raining down.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. And when you watch OG Anunoby, what stands out most to you, Doris?
Oh, Kevin, you can't make me pick just one. I mean, this guy is elite on the defensive end of the floor. He's always going to give you great effort. And you better look out on the offensive end. OG Anunoby is starting to become a problem.
MP with a screen on Bridges. Pass to Washington. Lively sends a screen for Irving. Shot clock at 6. Up and in on the layup.
I could make the case Kyrie Irving is the best ball handler of all time. On the dribble drive, look out.
Bridges against Irving. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Yeah, just catching your teammate in stride right there. That makes the game easy.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Dallas. This is their first look at this year's New York squad.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. Two teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
And the fact that they split their two meetings last season. Does one try to get a leg up?
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Hawks had a huge game. He added 33 points and hit a bunch of threes. No surprises there. It's the latest entry in what's been a string of fantastic games from him. We'll see just how long he can go, guys.
Excellent report, Allie. Thank you. Greg, phenomenal effort by him in that last game.
He willed the team to victory through his talent and through that competitiveness.
let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
Dallas making a switch here. Bagley's checked in.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Changes here for the Mavericks. Flag is checked in for Daniel Gafford. Irving comes in for White. And MP subbed in for Max Strus. A three from MP. The Knicks pull it in.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Marvin Bagley is out there with Flag. Then there's Isaiah Joe. Then it's MP. And it's Irving at the shooting guard. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Boy, after dropping 2 triples in the first quarter, he hasn't hit another yet.
Gaines kicks to Towns. Pass to Brunson. Back to Towns. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 8 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
A prolific inside scorer since his first day in the league. Towns gets the job done down low.
All right, guys, I'm told we're about to connect to our insider, Shams Charania, who has a beat on something. Hey, Shams, what's the story?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. With the trade deadline nearing, the front office of the Celtics has announced their latest move. They've had their sights set on Kyle Kuzma for a while, and they got their man. They think he can be the kind of strong wing scorer that this team needs. He'll be tasked to provide them shooting and playmaking on offense every night, and they're confident he's up to the task.
Thanks again. Towns in the corner. Over Flag. And it's Towns missing.
Taking what the defense gives you, exactly the shot you want, just doesn't go in.
And GA, you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning the championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from, and a Hall of Fame coach.
One of the things you love about Jalen Brunson, he takes quality shots. How about that look from 3?
Brunson against MP. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got his 6th rebound on the night.
He might be forcing things a little bit right now. Credit to defense for how they're playing him.
Nobody near Irving. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Irving's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Unbelievable release from Kyrie. Boy, shot ready on the catch.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. MP, no good.
Listen, let's not put it lightly. This guy has really struggled here.
And here's Brunson outside. 4 for 9 from the floor with that miss. Left side Irving. Shoots over Gaines. No good from Irving. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's Dallas up 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Hey, everybody. First off, let's take a gander at what's been happening on the trading block.
Kuzma on the move. Every team needs those points. And he's just so consistent with that shot.
Yeah, plug and play. Works in any system. I don't really expect an adjustment period for this guy.
Now let's change gears back to the New York Knicks, who find themselves in a tightly contested ball game.
You know what? They push the action, but also play within themselves. Show great execution.
And, that usually leads to a high field goal percentage, and that's exactly what's happened here. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Jalen Brunson.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And New York, looking at who they've got. Jalen Brunson out there with Bridges. Then there's Towns. Then it's Santi Aldama. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
And Greg is a former point guard in this league. Give us your top 4 generals of all time. The guys that could direct the floor and could control a game.
Wow. If we're talking traditional point guards, I mean, I got to go Magic, Isaiah, CP3's in that conversation, Jason Kidd. But I've got a separate list for that hybrid point guard, right? Which that includes guys like Steph and Iverson, West, and the great Oscar Robertson.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Alan LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey, Jalen Brunson is the engine that makes this team go, and he has sacrificed so that the Knicks could surround him with talent. He said, winning trumps everything that I do individually. I'll do my part to help this team try to get a championship. It's all about the journey, and I'm happy to be a part of it. Kevin?
Yeah, you're right, putting the team first. Thanks a lot, Allie. Inside, here's Aldama. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got his 4th assist in this one. Well, if we look back at when things began to shift for the Knicks, Doris, it started with Jalen Brunson.
Well, I think certainly, Kevin, he is exactly the kind of leader you would want. Is he highly skilled? Of course he is. But he's about the work every day, and he sets the tone for his team.
And you talk about building a legacy. That's MP's mindset, not just for himself, but for this team.
Pass to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. MP deciding where to go with it. And stolen by Anunoby. On the wing, Bridges. Down low. Here's Brunson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Second round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you, but it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Still a ways to go between now and the three-point contest, but it's always fun to talk about it. Let's see who has the best shot to earn a spot in this year's event.
And maybe this list changes between now and All-Star Weekend, but I don't think anybody would be disappointed if it stays exactly the same as it is right now.
You look at MP, he's all the way up there at number 2 in the voting for the three-point contest. Fans and the media know that he is one of the premier long-distance shooters in the league today.
And Kevin, not to take anything away from the other facets of his game, but let's face it, that three-point shooting is what puts him on a whole nother level.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more and as we get closer to the three-point contest once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We've got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
For 3, Bridges, and it's Flag with the rebound. Flag's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Gosh, it feels like he's pressing a little bit, and obviously playing from behind doesn't help.
Mavericks trail by 6. Irving dishes to MP. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game. Mavericks making a switch here. Bagley's checked in. The Knicks making a switch here.
and he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
A three from MP. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Here's Irving. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Irving's got 7 points.
Kyrie Irving has such a tight handle that regardless of what's in front of him, he will get past you and get to the cup.
Towns against Bagley. And again, New York turns it over. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Daniel Gafford's checked in. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Washington and Lively hold down the post for him. Irving is out there with MP. And it's Flagg in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. The 3 from MP. MP showing the range.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Brunson sets a screen for Anunoby. Launches it. Rebounded by Lively. Dallas has done a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Now Flagg. MP with a screen on Anunoby. Flagg with it. Towns on him. 5 to shoot. MP. That doesn't go. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. On the wing, Bridges. He's covered by Irving. Here's Towns. From 19, that one goes.
How about the calm demeanor of Towns? Well made for pressure situations.
Bridges with it. Guarded now by Irving. Trying again. Yeah, that goes in.
It's just certain guys have a nose for the basketball. I don't think you teach that. Great second effort there.
Now MP using his athleticism. MP with the play.
Big moment. MP showing some savvy. What a bright future this young man has.
Bridges fires. And he does not hit. The Mavericks trail. MP outside to take the lead. The shot is on.
I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now.
A target from outside. Maverick shooting 41% for the game.
The moment not too big for the youngster. MP, big bucket.
Here we've got Brunson. .106 left to play in the final quarter. Washington rips down the rebound. Maverick shooting the pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. Offense not doing their best work of late.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment. Well, this is the exact guy you would pick to take that shot. Beautifully done.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan with his team. Coach had a clear message for his team. He said, quote, let's finish the job out there. It's ours for the taking if we can just get it done. So it sounds like he's hoping they can close out this game strong, guys.
And Allie, thanks so much.
One of the best clutch players in the entire league. Step up, Mr. Jalen Brunson.
MP, he drills the three.
A huge basket. MP answering the call there.
And stolen by NP. And he commits the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And he is unable to get the second one.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
Mikal Bridges knocks down the three.
Fearless, confident competitor. Bridges with the delivery.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Yeah, that's right. No other option but to foul and for some misses.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
He knew what was riding on those foul shots and didn't mess around, making this a 2-possession game.
New York calls timeout. They're behind by 4. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
This is the very definition of desperation mode right now. They need a quick shot and a quick foul.
Towns fires. A three-pointer. Good.
When your stars shine bright in the toughest moments, Towns the look of a superstar.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Those were pressure-packed free throws. And he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Well, just a great job there. He put the game out of reach.
Puts up a 3. That's off.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
Now let's go to Jennifer Quintana.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with MP, one of the stars of tonight's game. A strong...
It was all right. Win's always good, but I know I can play a lot better than that.
Ooh, how so?
I get buckets, Jennifer Quintana. You know this. 20 points, that's light work for me. But it's all good. Again, a win's a win. Next game, I know I'll drop 40 points.
Can't wait to see it, MP. Thank you.
Hey, maybe 60.
Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, Jennifer. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Dorisburg.
Feeling you, MP.
Coming up next, the Hawks taking on the Mavericks. For the Atlanta Hawks, a standout first half of the year has them in first place in the East. Mavs, Hawks, it's next, right after this. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation. Let's see some of the numbers here for Kyrie Irving.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Dallas Mavericks. Washington and Lively down low. MP is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's flagged in at the 3, the small forward. And for Atlanta, Johnson and Okongwu, the duo inside. Daniels and Risache out on the perimeter. And it's Alexander Walker in a point guard. Well, we've touched on it in prior broadcasts. MP has spent the last few games with a #1 priority of trying to keep others involved.
We know MP's made big-time claims to make big improvements in his playmaking execution. But even though we know he's got the ability, it simply hasn't translated lately. He's working hard with his coaches on how they get him more involved, put him in good positions, and free him up to distribute. We'll see if he can get it done in that category tonight.
When it comes to these two teams, Grant, you have to expect they'll be relying on their front courts to get it done here.
Yeah, I think that's right, B.A. It should be an old-fashioned battle amongst the bigs. And whoever gets the edge in that matchup, I think gets the W. But we'll see.
Now here's Irving. His last outing, we saw him score 13. MP, no good. Alexander Walker with it. Checked by Washington. Pass to Risache. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Johnson, Lively on the double. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. Taking a look at Atlanta, not a bad place to be, holding on to that #2 spot.
Well, right now for the Mavericks, they're staying put, but still towards the top. In a decent spot midway through the schedule, still tons of games left to prove they're a top-tier team.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
You know, it's no secret that MP is a confident guy. But what I really like is that most of the time he lets his play do the talking for him.
And the second free throw is good. Atlanta's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Outside Risache. Outside Johnson. Up top, Alexander Walker. He's guarded by Washington. Shot clock at 6. A shot by Johnson, no good.
They haven't been able to find their rhythm. That's 3 straight misses now.
The 3 is up. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Lively's got 5 rebounds in the game. Johnson against MP. Johnson with a bucket.
Well, year after year, Johnson continues to tighten that handle. He's getting better.
Outside Irving. It's stolen by Daniels. Pass to Johnson. The 3 is up. And here's Risache. And that one drops. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Hawks.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Bulls was a man on a mission. He had 39 points, and once again, he was lights out from distance. Putting in a performance like that one really builds momentum in your direction. We'll see how far he rides that wave tonight, guys.
That's good stuff, Allie. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here in the broadcast booth. and whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun.
They've got Jalen Johnson, Zachary Risache out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Newell, and it's Kuminga in at the small forward position. So that's the Hawks 5.
Quick attack there by Johnson so that the defense has little time to react to him getting the ball.
Screen by MP. Right side Bagley. Clock at 6. Here's MP. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
And it's Flagg with a rebound.
You love to see guys challenge one another like that. Advantage to the defense that time.
MP making the long-range connection.
You have to be ready to take your shots when they come. And MP was ready this time.
Right side, Risache. The kick out to Johnson. Fires for 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And after not making any threes in the first half, he now has 2 here in the second half. Let's see if he continue to add to that.
And here's MP from outside. Kuminga pulls it in. Kuminga's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger. 12 consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Pass to Gafford. 1:07 left in the first half. MP, that one's good.
You got to be ready to fire off a pass, and credit to MP. He did not hesitate at all.
Here's Risache. Inside, here's Newell. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on MP.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line. Getting themselves to the line this quarter is a good way to get their offense rolling.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Okongwu comes in for Kuminga, and Daniels is subbed in for Risache.
I love the determination that MP showed there. He is developing into an absolute bulldog.
This will be his 3rd free throw of the game. And that'll be Dallas's ball as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks able to keep the possession. Again, Dallas.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Alexander Walker, the pass to Johnson. Outside, Alexander Walker. The shot by Johnson, no good.
Oh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
Irving for 3. Rebound Atlanta. Coming into this, having notched to win against the Lakers in their last game.
Yeah, they were really able to keep their intensity high throughout the game. We never really saw them back off.
Yeah, it was an all-around excellent performance, and one I'm sure they'd like to replicate tonight.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their play has earned them a nice lead, one they'll look to build on as the game continues. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
Thanks for tuning in. With half the game in the books, a bit of ground to make.
Gotta get these fellas some allergy medicine. They're clearly allergic to the paint, and it's a problem.
Aren't you sponsored by an...
Moving on to our next topic, All-Star voting. A peek at the latest returns.
It's too early to take these numbers seriously. Also, it's what you expect. Most of the usual suspects are up there.
Yeah, the perennial favorites, but don't discount some of the fresh blood coming up.
Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the 3rd quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One guy who's been getting it done is Jalen Johnson.
He's been dominating down low. Gotta assume they'll keep feeding him the rock.
Well, that's certainly what I'd do. Until the defense shows they can stop him, ride the hot hand.
And on the floor for Jason Kidd as we get into the second half. Washington and Lively down low. MP is out there with Kyrie Irving, and it's flagged in at the small forward position. Gives us a chance. To catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, we know Kyrie Irving is going to get his buckets, but he wants to keep everyone involved. He said, what's worked for me is allowing others to shine their light in their own capacity, encouraging them to do so, and then when it's my turn, just flourishing in that role. Back to you.
He does it well. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. And it's already hard enough to play D in this league. Some people feel that traveling has gotten out of control, Coach.
Well, I don't know if it's gotten out of control, B.A. I think the referees do a pretty good job on traveling. I think what's important for the referees is they have to be able to determine which travel calls gain a guy an advantage and which ones you could let go because they have no effect on the clock.
And once again, off the mark by Atlanta.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Again, MP missing.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in. But you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter. Well, he's going back to the arc. He might be building some momentum from range here in the second half.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And the big-time scoring night from Johnson continues. This guy has solidified himself as a very good prop.
Oh, another miss by MP.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Daniels, that one's true.
Well, Daniels has good length, so this close in, he can use that to his advantage.
Here's MP. Again, MP missing. Hawks trail by 8. To the middle. And stolen by Irving. MP outside. Oh, another miss by MP.
Well, I can guarantee his coach isn't happy with his production this quarter. He's hurting their offense right now with all the shots he's missing.
And there's a 3-second violation. And as the leaderboard shows, these teams have really dominated the offensive glass so far this year. The Hawks second.
They're having success because they're sending multiple guys to the offensive glass. Hard to block out everyone.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Gafford, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Bagley comes in for Washington. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. MP's got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, coming out of the half, he's been much more aggressive, helping them space the floor.
Picked up by Okongwu. Johnson for three. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Grant, looking at Cooper Flagg, his versatility is what makes him such a highly touted prospect.
Yeah, B.A. Cooper can do a little of everything offensively. He also covers a lot of ground defensively at 6'9". And on top of his balanced skill set, his intangibles are just elite.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Newell, he's checked in for Okongwu. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Daniels. And Keldon Johnson subbed in for Alexander Walker. There's a minute 26 left in the third quarter of the game. From deep, Johnson. Offensive rebound. Here's Newell. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Newell's got 6.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Johnson. Jacks up a three. Cash from downtown.
Yeah, he can hit that. Nice shot there from Johnson to drop in the triple.
The Mavericks lead by 10. Rizachet at the 3. Johnson at the 4. Dyson Daniels out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Okongwu in at the center position. So that's the Hawks 5.
In the second half, it seems like they've given him the green light. Might want to rethink that. Well, the efficiency is there, but not the volume. He needs to start doing this every trip down the floor to close the gap.
MP. Work in the interior. MP.
Oh, a wise move by MP. Calling his own numbers in the two-man game.
Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Outside MP from deep. It's good from beyond the arc.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Irving with a rebound.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Ooh, the shot is off. Hawks trail by 11. Daniels misses the 3.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening. Such a talented player. MP can take over a game, but he also knows how important it is to keep his teammates engaged.
That one misses. Time running out for the Hawks. Daniels fires. Oh, the long ball, no good. And so MP will bring it up for the Mavs. At one point, they led by 16. Can't get it to go. Atlanta's gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Here's Daniels. Let's loose for 3. Johnson up top. Another chance. Oh, it's off. And it's the Mavericks ball. Launches from 3. Irving rips down the board. MP. Oh, no good.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
Rejected by Lively. MP outside. He's off from 3. Alexander Walker with it. And so it's Dallas winning this one. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
Now let's send it over to Jennifer Quintana. Take it away, Jennifer.
MP, your team needed your scoring night to win, and you delivered, passing the 20-point mark on the way to victory. Was that the game plan coming in, or did you see something that led to an adjustment?
Whoa. That almost sounded like you did.
Back to you, Brian.
All right, Jennifer, thanks.
Get after it, MP.
Market have to think that for game one of this back-to-back, teams are making some calculated adjustments. What do you think?
You're not wrong about that, Kevin. No reason to really show your full hand, if you will, in a back-to-back situation. You're always conscious of where your players are physically in terms of rest and fatigue. It's about finding the right balance for your particular ball club based on what the potential is and where you are currently.
It's been a while since MP has been challenged to tally more assists than his opponents. How would you rate his progress so far?
And the effort's been there, but the results have not. Sometimes the offense has been a bit rushed or settled for low percentage shots. MP still has some time to ramp up his efforts here. We'll see if he can improve.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Washington and Lively hold down the post for him. Kyrie Irving is out there with MP. And it's Flagg in at the 3 spot.
That was way deep downtown for Murray.
And for Christian Braun, 3 high school state titles. Then a national championship in college. And now Clark, an NBA champion in Denver.
Yeah, you can count the guys that have done that in the history of the NBA on maybe 2 hands. It might only be 1. You'd have to categorize him as a winner, if nothing else. I mean, and his game is all about quality. I mean, he does everything. He moves well without it. He can shoot it. He can drive it. He defends well. I mean, he's just a throwback all-around good guard.
Here's Irving. Denver getting their last shot to go. A 3 from MP. And Jokic with the rebound.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Stolen by Washington. Here's MP. Another miss by MP.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Jokic finds Murray. Brown wide open. Off target from outside. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Dallas no good that time either.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Here's Jokic, and he banks in the layup.
Using his size on the interior, Jokic extremely difficult to stop down there.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Christian Brown. Dallas also making some changes. Daniel Gafford comes in for Derek Lively. And it's Marvin Bagley in for Washington. And here's MP for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. MP's got his second bucket of the night. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the Nuggets head coach. This many years into the game, and the Kyrie challenge is still puzzling. Coach said we'd actually prefer to see him shoot. At least our feet can be more set outside to contest. People forget how good of a shooter Kyrie can be. He continued and said, and threes are so hard to compete against, we want to try and limit those first. Kevin, back to you.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. And here are the Nuggets now. The Mavericks making the shot. Clock at 4. Here's Jokic. Rebounded by Gafford. Looking at Dallas, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Suns.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
And Simmons slams it in.
I think this is what Simmons loves to do more than anything. When he's looking to score, he wants to get all the way to the rack.
MP passes to Gafford. Some nice passing here by Dallas. MP kicks to Irving. And stolen by Murray. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Simmons with it. Defended by Gafford. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Hey, and we all know Gordon's a terrific jammer now. He loves throwing it down.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's MP, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. MP's got 7.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Simmons finds Gordon. Simmons sets a screen for Gordon. And then Simmons slams it in.
Goodness, Ben Simmons, unreal.
At the elbow, it's MP. And the foul called on MP. Look for Denver. Christian Brown comes in for A.J. Green. And it's Jamal Murray in for Dunn. And then for Dallas, Kenrich Williams. He's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Kyrie Irving comes in for Max Strus. And MP subbed in for Isaiah Joe. Christian Brown is out there with Peyton Watson. Then it's Simmons. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Diabate in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Wide open look here for Murray. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
I love the defensive concentration so far in this one. They're getting out on shooters and really doing a great job of disrupting the rhythm.
Something else they've done is really get after it defensively, specifically steals, and how they've done a good job tonight forcing turnovers.
A nice shot by Brown.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
MP dishes to Irving. MP with a screen on Simmons. Pulls up on the elbow. Irving misses.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. It's going to send Jamal Murray to the line. Marvin Bagley picks one up. Jokic has checked in for the Nuggets. Green comes in for Ben Simmons. Dallas also making some changes. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Marvin Bagley. DJ Washington comes in for Kenrich Williams. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Flag. Right, we see a lot of change in the NBA, but Nikola Jokic always seems to stay in the MVP conversation.
And not just in it, at the top of it. His ability to affect the game is basically unmatched. He dominates in just about every single aspect.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Suns played really well. He dropped 24 points and his range was on full display. Seems to be his theme lately. Nobody has been able to stop him. Back to you.
Great stuff, Allie. We thank you. The aggressiveness, Greg, he showed the other night. We'll see if he can match that intensity here.
I'm a believer. I think he can produce at the same level tonight.
You know, I'm curious, guys, to see whether the defense plays him straight up, plays him honestly, or do they deny him, trap him, whatever they can do to force the ball out of his hands. We'll see.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Dallas again missing.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Lively the pass to MP. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. To the paint, trying to end the drought, and MP throws it down.
Fantastic slam by MP, proving how dangerous he can be inside.
For three, Murray. It's rebounded by Dallas. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And so it's Denver with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Thanks.
They're getting destroyed inside. I'm pretty sure even Kenny could get a layup on them right now.
Shaq, I'd get a layup on you every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, my pick and roll game was just phenomenal.
Okay, fellas, now a look at the sharpshooters lining up for the three-point contest.
All of them have serious talent, and they have endurance. They can shoot all day, rack after rack.
Yeah, when these guys get on a roll, they don't stop. They pile it on. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
Clark, more so than ever, NBA offenses are putting the ball in the hands of their stars and letting them go to work.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, that's because NBA offense is all about creating space, and usually your star players can do that with a high level of skill, speed, shot making, and playmaking. You can create it with strength as well, playing through a guy like Jokic, Giannis, and Luka.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. Washington and Lively hold down the post for him. MP out there with Irving, and it's Flag in at the small forward. Lively sets a screen for MP, and it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Now Watson following the three-point attempt by MP. Fast break, here they come. Buries it from three-point range. MP's got 12 in the game.
Outrunning the field, MP. He's got those young legs, folks.
Here's Brown. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And the Nuggets lead by 21.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And so, MP will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Washington against Gordon. Pass to Lively. It's deflected. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Kyrie Irving is becoming the sage veteran. He said, quote, "I used to think leadership is a lonely thing, and it's not. It's surrounding yourself with great-minded, great-hearted people, asking them to push you at times and picking them up when they're not able to be their best." Back to you guys.
Great perspective. Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle. Yeah, we saw this on display in the slam dunk contest. Gordon has some major bunnies, a creative slam dunk artist.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Jokic with a screen on Washington. Shot clock at 5, and Jokic slams it in.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Here's MP, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Sinks the triple.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's MP. 12 points for him. To end the run, it's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Watson. And Lively pulls it down. The Mavericks have gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started.
That is not the shot you need to be looking for when you're trying to break out of a slump.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down hard and simple.
And Watson has it in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 5th assist in this one.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Crosses over, and Jokic lays it up and in. Jokic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And where would these guys be without all the easy points off these turnovers.
Boy, it's made matters a lot easier for him offensively.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And you talk about building a legacy. That's MP's mindset, not just for himself, but for this team.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Diabate's checked in, and it's A.J. Green in for Peyton Watson. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Derek Lively. Marvin Bagley comes in for P.J. Washington. Max Strus is checked in for Flagg. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Irving. What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for the Denver Nuggets. He comes away with 11 points. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of...
Dunn's checked in for the Nuggets. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Washington comes in for Bagley. Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for Max Strus. And MP subbed in for Isaiah Joe. Chris Dunn is out there with Ben Simmons. Then there's Cam Johnson. Then it's Green. And it's Diabate in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. Dallas has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. MP sets the screen for Irving. Back to MP. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
It pains me to say it, but he's hurting his team right now. Apparently, he still has the green light because he's jacking it up.
Green finds Johnson. With floor spacing so in demand, league-wide, Clark, there are non-shooting big men on the chopping block, wouldn't you say?
I agree. I mean, for centers, you've got to have the awareness as far as cutting and moving off the ball and then using what they call circle action in the paint to create an angle for the pass and stay out of the way. Those are things that are part of the game now for the big guys.
And look at the momentum Simmons gets on the drive, and he turns it into a huge slam.
MP with a screen on Dunn. Here's Irving. Drops in the layup for 2.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Simmons dishes to Green. That one goes in.
Man, I love how Simmons sets the floor up. So good at spotting his teammates for high-quality shots.
And so MV will bring it up for Dallas. To the right side. MP sets the screen for Lively. In the corner, Irving with it. Clock at 6. MP with a screen on Dunn. From 20 feet out, Irving's shot is good.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Nuggets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And they put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only one left to play.
You know, no matter what happens next time they meet, I think this was the biggest game they'll play against each other this season. Getting that 2-1 advantage means so much.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jamal Murray.
You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
The clock now can just run out for the Nuggets. And here is Simmons. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. This game may not have been
a difficult loss for you guys. It seemed like even when...
That's the story of every game. The winner.
Back to you, Kevin.
Great work as always.
there, MP.
He's about to tear it up.
Do you think I'd be a good backup?
Mama, there goes that nigga.
All right, Tim, the All-Star break is coming up. How much are players looking forward to that breather?
I think players really look forward to that break to re-energize themselves. And coming out of that break, BA, it's a sprint to the finish. A lot of adrenaline kicks in.
Surviving to the All-Star break, always a key milestone.
It's really what it's all about.
And now Dallas' starting group. Washington and Lively down low. MP is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's flagged in at the 3. Pass to Furphy. Three-pointer, Halliburton. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Almost like he was sneaking out to the corner. Halliburton is not someone you can lose.
From deep, MP. Dallas, no good that time either. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Outside Hardaway. And the 3 off target. The Mavericks have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
A very sluggish start on offense. 4 attempts with nothing to show for it.
Siakam, that's good.
Inside, Siakam gets the better of the defense using his agility, clearing himself a path to a shot.
MP outside. Again, MP missing.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Pass to Zubac. Lively grabs the miss. Dallas has gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one. From deep, MP. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving.
After missing his first 4 shots, he finally gets one to drop.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Just a bit ago, Rick Carlisle and I were able to chat. I asked him what his defense can do to nullify Kyrie Irving, and he said there's not much you can do against Kyrie. He's got a counter for everything you throw at him. He makes insanely difficult shots. We just have to make things hard on him and trust our help defense. Back to you, BA.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Now here's Siakam. Offensively, he's been a force. He's putting up around 19 points a game. MP outside. Oh, another miss by MP.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Here's Siakam. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. Mavericks trail by 4. You know, Grant, for a guy who started playing basketball at age 17, Siakam has put together quite the resume.
Yeah, B.A. Pascal is a champion. He's got multiple All-Star and All-NBA selections, and one of the great developmental stories when you think about his discovery through basketball without borders.
The 3 from Washington. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Halliburton for 3. And Kyrie Irving clears the rebound. And Dallas with possession. MP shot is off.
Something's off about him this quarter.
He seems like he's moving okay, but clearly something isn't right.
Kicks it out to Hardaway. Indiana again missing. 1:19 left in the first quarter. And here's MP from outside. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one.
just stumbling hard out of the gates. That's only his second bucket in 10 attempts.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And Indiana with some changes. LaRavia comes in for Furphy. And it's Nembhard in for Hardaway. And Indiana with some changes. Toppin, he's checked in for Siakam. Furphy comes in for LaRavia. And Hardaway is subbed in for Nembhard. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
This is part of his development. MP will learn how to draw fouls and go get those freebies at the line.
No good on the second free throw. And Halliburton has got the ball here for the Pacers. They defeated Utah in their last game.
And I think they were prepared to face pressure D. But that never materialized, so they took advantage.
This has been that rare night where they got pretty much anything they wanted offensively.
On the court right now for the Mavericks. Marvin Bagley is out there with Caleb Martin. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's MP. And it's Flagg in at the 3. And the Pacers with possession here after Dallas's three-pointer on the other end. Halliburton outside. Fires from deep. And it's Flagg with a rebound. Flagg's got 5 rebounds tonight. MP outside. Let's go with a 3. From deep. Oh, MP showing the big range.
And they're going to have to pay more attention to him on the perimeter. He's hit 4 3-pointers already today.
Halliburton against MP. That one goes in. Halliburton's got 13. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 11 here in the second quarter. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pistons was simply terrific. He dropped 35 points, and as we've come to expect, he contributed from the three-point line as well. And his effort helped end their losing streak. He'll be looking to inspire them with another win tonight.
Oh, great stuff, Allie. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Well, he really lit it up. Maybe we'll see a repeat performance tonight.
Just 5 on the clock. No good on the 3.
Well, I love the confidence. Keep shooting it. Eventually, he's got to start making some, right?
Martin, the pass to Irving. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Here's Flagg. He chipped in with 13 points in his last game. From deep, MP sinks the tray. He's got 16.
Oh, 5 threes this half. The D can't contain this guy.
Pass to Zubac. Here's Halliburton. Lets it go from deep. The offensive rebound from outside the arc. Another miss. 6 makes, 6 misses so far.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
To the right side. Toppin, a screen on Bagley. Furphy. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton. Furphy's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Indiana ahead. They're up by 2. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Hello there.
They're getting a lot of looks at the rim, and that defense has no answer for it.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. The opponent just doesn't.
Okay, next on the docket, multiple players about to be wearing different jerseys. Thanks for joining us. Time.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. MP really making a difference here.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
Well, Grant, when you watch an NBA game today, do you wish you played in this era?
Oh, no doubt. It's a lot more open, and there's a greater emphasis on skill and player health. Oh, and by the way, those checks aren't too bad either.
Tyrese Halliburton is out there with Tim Hardaway. Then it's Pascal Siakam. Then there's Ivica Zubac. And it's Furphy in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Rick Carlisle, getting going here in the second half. Now here's Irving. No points yet. Pascal Siakam with a rebound.
Well, he usually brings rain from there, but not this time.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Siakam. The 3. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. And we are so close to seeing the final list of dunk contest participants. And you know, anyone who might compete in this is so pumped.
Who wouldn't be? I mean, if you're on that list, you have to start practicing, working with teammates to create new and different dunks.
You look at Flagg. He's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Well, we'll just have to see. But I personally would love seeing him in the dunk contest.
And we are very close to announcing our dunk contest participants. The final list is coming soon.
If the contest ends up being that list, I'd be very happy with it. What a group that is.
And here's Indiana now, after the Mavericks picking up a basket just a moment ago. Siakam looking it over. Pass to Zubac. Outside Hardaway. Fires the 3. Lively grabs the miss. Lively's got 5 rebounds tonight. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks a lot, B.A. Tyrese Halliburton is so key for this team. He said, quote, "I think the biggest pressure I've ever had in my entire life is from myself. When I'm at my best is when I'm having fun and really competing on a nightly basis. I have to show up every day with a smile on my face and bring my infectious personality." Back to you, B.A.
He sets the tone. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie.
Well, it certainly hasn't been a smooth start after the break. Just 1 for 5 here to start the third. Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to be on MP. And this is his second attempt at the line tonight. And that one misses. MP outside. And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run. Again, MP missing.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
Oh, MP from way out there.
Tough period. I mean, he's just 1 for 5 in this frame, struggling to get back on track.
And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Pass to Hardaway. Halliburton against Washington. Goes up from the top of the key. Halliburton, no good. For Dallas, they've gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. And here's MP from outside. Lively. Count it, and 1. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play. They'll pin that one on Pascal Siakam. Nembhard, he's checked in for Halliburton. And Dallas with a change here, too. Bagley's checked in. Pacers trail by 3. Nembhard, the pass to Siakam. Got a piece of it. Left side, Irving. Here's Flagg. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 4 assists now tonight.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy.
Coach is not happy with their effort on the defensive glass. They're giving up way too many second chance points.
Toppin, he's checked in for Indiana. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. And the shot goes in.
Yeah, mixing it up inside. And I like when Hardaway Jr. tries his luck close to the rim.
Taking a look at the Mavericks. Washington and Lively down low. Kyrie Irving out there with MP, and it's flagged in at the small forward. Now here's Hardaway. Pass to Halliburton. Takes a three. Zubac. The putback. How about the activity?
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
MP. A one-handed jam. Rocking the rim.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
And he showed you great timing as well. Offensive rebounding, one of his specialties.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Dallas.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
And something else I've liked has been their ball movement. Always finding the open guy with a better look. That is team basketball.
Now here's Irving. 6 to shoot. Zubac pulls it down. Pacers trail by 8. Now Halliburton. Lots of room. Washington with a rebound.
He's been way off the mark in this second half. Just unable to get any kind of rhythm going.
Outside MP. Beyond the arc. Oh, it misses.
Well, his three-pointer just hasn't been there in the second half.
Halliburton fires. Oh, can't hit the jumper.
Well, that's a look you rarely see him miss.
Zubac pulls it down. And so it's Halliburton with it. He brings it up for Indiana. Here's Siakam. The inside look is good for the big man, Pascal Siakam.
Well, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Now Washington. Irving against Hardaway. Now Zubac. Oh, 2 physical points for Halliburton.
And what a huge moment from Halliburton. His guys give it to him for these exact reasons.
Free throw good, Halliburton.
In this situation, this is exactly who you want at the line.
MP fires. Oh, no good again that time. Indiana's gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter.
And he's easily led the way on the boards tonight.
Well, he plays with incredible determination. Want to is a skill, and he has it. And I don't think that's the shot they wanted him to take right now. He's not exactly on fire.
Now Halliburton. He fires.
The teams try to be physical with Halliburton, but the danger is you send him to the line where Tyrese is excellent.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that brings him within 2 here.
And they need to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A. The clock is theirs to burn.
And it's Irving off the drive. Oh, touches it off the glass.
Wow. That takes steady nerves right there.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch.
Halliburton. Ooh, the 3 doesn't go. Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. Oh, he can't hit a tough 3.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, I mean, he's a very good shooter, but from that distance, his percentages go down.
And so it's the Mavericks who come out on top here. And they barely...
Unbelievable effort by you tonight, MP.
Woo! I was having some fun out there tonight, Jennifer. The other team either didn't believe in me or they didn't remember me because they kept coming at me. Like, what? Maybe they'll remember next time after this game.
Great game, MP. Thank you so much. Ryan, back to you.
the house.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Kyrie Irving.
Well, as your career goes along, you naturally lose a little bit. But he takes great care of himself. He puts a lot of effort into his preparation, and he's smart about picking his spots. That's why he's still a factor out there on the offensive end.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Washington and Lively hold down the post for him. MP out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Flag in at the 3. And for the Trailblazers, the wings for him, Sharp and Avdia. Mitchell Robinson out there with Grant. And it's Henderson in at the point. We've seen a number of games now since MP set his sights on leading the game in assists. His playmaking has been interesting to watch for sure.
And the effort's been there, but the results have not. Sometimes the offense has been a bit rushed or settled for low percentage shots. MP still has some time to ramp up his efforts here. We'll see if he can improve.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Now that we have over half of this season completed, Greg, what are you most interested in seeing moving forward?
I'm looking at which teams are going to make that playoff push, right? And which teams are content with slipping into the lottery. A lot will be determined over the next few weeks.
Last one's off, and they'll settle for 2 points. The Mavericks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started.
Boy, not his best quarter. He's trying to break through.
Grant kicks to Avdia. And the 3 off target.
So often the outcome of a game is dictated in the first quarter of a game. This is a tough start.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Flag with it, defended by Avdia. Pass to Flag. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the corner. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
Robinson passes to Henderson. Now, here's Avdia. Over Irving. Grant on the wing. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Take a look at the Mavericks. They're 8th in the conference and really looking to improve on the back end of the season. And, of course, Portland, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And, you know, for the Mavericks, they're one of the NBA's mystery teams this season. one that dropped from being elite just a year ago to now looking more like a mid-level squad.
Yeah, it's been a strange year for them. Early on, they got away from the formula that brought them all that success a year ago, and were just never able to get it back.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Lakers was a man on a mission. He dropped 35 points, and he was locked in from deep. But when hasn't he been? And after being on a losing streak, he came up big and helped them get back in the winning column. Thanks, guys.
Allie, we appreciate the update. In stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Henderson touched it last. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Zaire Williams, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Holiday comes. And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Up top, Sharp, covered by Irving. Outside, Holiday. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
On the floor for Dallas. Bagley is out there with Martin. Then it's MP. Then it's Flag. And it's Irving at the shooting guard position. Now Irving, following Drew Holiday's three-point attempt. And Bagley able to finish. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
And, Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second-chance opportunities.
Outside Holiday. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland.
And as you would expect, they came out on top in last season's series against this club, but no reason to expect anything different this time around.
You take nothing for granted. These teams are very familiar with one another, and we expect a close contest. At some point, do you start to think about getting others involved? It has been a struggle.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Portland. Trailing by 10. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, I mean, every time out, it's a learning experience to some degree, but that's not what they were looking for.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it hurts a little more when you play well and fail to close out a game. That was one they should have won.
Good on the triple. Avdia's got it back down to single digits for the Trailblazers.
Avdia showing you his catch-and-shoot skills.
MP outside. The three. Oh, MP sinks the triple.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
High arcing shot, and MP with the layup. MP's got the lead up to 12 now for the Mavs. To the middle, here's Holiday. And there's Grant on the assist by Holiday. Grant's got 5 points so far.
Oh, what a find by Drew Holiday. Such a steady presence.
Outside Irving. Stolen by Grant. Outside Avdia. Sharp against Irving. Launches a three. The shot by Holiday, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Grant outside. Here's Avdia. No good on the last second attempt there. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Mavericks ahead, up by 10. And we'll be back right after this.
Hey there, everybody. Shaq says hi. Kenny says hi, too. Yes, we are in the midst of the NBA season and a perfect time to see how things are coming together in the West. And we're going to take a moment to talk about something. I've been seeing Shaq's face everywhere lately. Kenny, do you think it's fair to say Shaq is the king of sponsorships?
Interesting question, Ernest. Shaq, I do see you a lot in a lot of commercials, but I don't know if I call you the king of anything.
Ernie is right. I am indeed the king of sponsorship. Everybody wants the big Diesel stamp of approval.
Shaq, you ever think of doing any pro bono work? I've got a neat spot that I think you'd be perfect for.
Where's that restaurant at?
Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for the Mavericks.
The key stat here is rebounding. They're way ahead in that category. They've been the far more physical team, Shaq.
Elbow sandwiches with some extra mayo on the side. Yum, yum.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. MP really making a difference here.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Dallas leading by 10. Henderson and Sharp are the guards. The forward spots will be Avdia and Grant. And it's Robinson in at the center filling out the middle. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with. Dallas shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And when it comes to team building, GA, there's been a debate about whether the 2-star or 3-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have if they don't mesh. And if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team.
Now, here's Sharp. Robinson a screen on Irving. Just 5 on the clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I think, obviously, the shot blocking skills are the first thing you think of when you think of Mitchell Robinson. But this guy is showing signs of improving on the offensive end as well.
He doesn't get the second one. Mavericks leading by 11. Here's MP. Robinson pulls it in.
Listen, that's a quality mid-range shot. He just couldn't capitalize.
Grant, that's good.
Well, this is why Jeremy Grant's size is important. Stretches out beautifully whenever he's close to the rack.
Lively's shot is off. The Blazers on offense. Sharp finds Grant. Back to Sharp. Trailblazers moving the ball around. No coverage that time.
Oh, phenomenal work right there. There's times, boy, he can be tough to check.
MP dishes to Irving. Lets it go from deep. That one, no good.
This is what frustrates coaches. You come out of the half and you miss your first 3 shots.
You know, Greg, when Kyrie elevates off the dribble, it's a work of art.
He makes it look so easy, but that fluidity is the result of countless hours in the gym and perhaps an innate gift for the extraordinary.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here's MP. Inside, MP gets it.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
And here's Sharp. 8 points for him. Grant with a screen on Irving. Here's Henderson. Count it. Henderson's got 5 points now this quarter.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Outside Irving. Kicks it out to MP. And it's off from 3-point range.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks, guys. Denny Avdia, the son of a 6'8 Serbian sharpshooter who played for the Yugoslavian national team, then moved to Israel and met Denny's mom. Denny said he had the same mentality, fire in the eyes. Every night, playing to win. That's how I've always been. That passion is a part of my culture. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Allie. And Portland with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run. Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. Here's Lively. Scoreless thus far. And here's MP for 3.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Henderson passes to Sharp, and the foul called on MP. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Trailblazers making a change here. De Silva's checked in. Marvin Bagley's checked in for the Mavericks. Williams comes in for Washington. Pass to Henderson for the lead. And it's Flagg with the rebound. Flagg's got rebound number 5 here tonight. They grabbed their own miss. Here's MP. Here's Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
And how about the persistence on the backboard? Love how hard Bagley works on the offensive glass. Wants to outwork everybody.
MP, no good. Trailblazers trail by 4. Here's De Silva. Trains the three-pointer. De Silva's got himself on the board with 3 there.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regroup. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, Avdia plays with such good energy. That by itself sometimes can get you to the foul line.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. That one drops. He ties it up. So we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. No good with the triple.
This is what you call trying to shoot your way out of a slump, and I'm not sure that's the best approach right now.
On the floor for Dallas. Washington and Lively hold down the post for him. Irving is out there with MP. And it's Flagg in at the small forward position. And so MP will bring it up for the Mavericks. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Beyond the arc. No good there.
Well, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
Avdia driving inside. Oh, a beautiful finish off that spectacular reverse.
Let's remember, Avdia is 6'9", which means he is quite capable of being effective in the painted area.
Here's Flagg. MP outside. Knocks down the 3.
Well, he might be young, but it's easy to see why they go to MP when they need a big-time bucket.
Now, Avdia. Henderson takes the 3. Buries the deep ball.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Washington's outside. MP. The 3 is off.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
MP is absolutely fearless when they had to have a score. Go ahead, young sir.
Here's Henderson. Following the score by Dallas. To tie it up. The 3 goes down.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Now, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Complete confidence in the clutch. MP seizing the moment.
Grant. Washington rips down the rebound.
Boy, he couldn't have asked for a better look. That's tough to take.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And each year, we see Jeremy Grant, he gets better. And defenders have their hands full with this guy.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, those were essential. Very steady work at the free throw line and a very tight game.
Deflects the pass. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Avdia to take the lead, and down goes the three.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Dallas calls timeout. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
They need to score, and they need to do it quickly, but it is still possible here.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
That's what you call clutch free throws, and he shuts the door on this basketball game. Great job.
And so it's Portland winning this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall.
comes trouble.
Well, points won't be easy. easy to come by in this one, Stan. We have two of the toughest defenses in the league here.
Yeah, look, the way these teams can rotate and cover for each other is phenomenal. They know that defense is their identity, and they pride themselves.
And MP has made it known. For this recent stretch, he's been focused on getting his teammates more involved, distributing the load.
And MP doesn't need to hear us say it to know he hasn't quite achieved his passing goals this year. Things just weren't always clicking for them, and he couldn't consistently connect with his guys. That said, maybe it all comes together right here, and we see him dishing the rock like he planned to all year.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. Then there's Sam Merrill. Then there's Naz Reid. And it's Nembhard in at the point guard position. Merrill sends it home from three-point land.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Mavs. Washington up top. Has the flag. And here's MP. Screen by MP. Here's Joe. And it's Dallas scoring again.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
And the Mavericks are in the planning stages for a new arena set to open by 2031.
Yeah, their existing arena opened in 2001. A 30-year run for an NBA venue is pretty typical. And remember, it's big business. New arenas are often the anchor tenant for larger developments.
Here's MP following the three-pointer by Minnesota. Lively passes to Joe. From deep, MP gets rebounded by Minnesota. They come into this one having outplayed the Grizzlies last time.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them, but they were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
Nothing is better than winning on the road in this league. It's so difficult. You savor every one of those.
MP shot is off.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense. One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Now here's MP. He's coming off a 19-point game against San Antonio.
Nice looking three ball by MP. Proving he can hurt you from downtown.
Outside for Randall. Launches a three. They get the rebound. Here's Merrill. Offline with a three. Dallas has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Washington outside. And here's MP from outside. Another three for Dallas.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
For three, Randall. And it's MP with a rebound. Dallas leading by 4. Three-pointer. Gets the three to fall. MP's got 11.
MP smart enough to know he doesn't have to get to the rim to be effective.
Here's Nembhard. Uses the glass on the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Everyone talks about Jaden McDaniels' defense, and for good reason, Stan.
Well, B.A., one way to get a lot of playing time is to be the best at something. McDaniels is a total lockdown defender on the wing. He can guard anybody.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Bagley's checked in. Rupert, he's checked in for Minnesota. Cousins comes in for Nembhard. And the basket by Rupert.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
Yeah, if you can hit that with regularity, it opens up the floor so much more.
To the inside. Randall can't hit.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Offensive board. This one for three. MP no good. The Timberwolves have gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. Cousins for three. Lively grabs the miss. The Mavericks leading. And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break.
Oh, excellent hustle by MP. He deserved to be rewarded with the bucket for his effort.
Cousins for three. And the three-pointer goes. MP against Cousins. MP, the pass to Joe. Screen by MP. Fires the three. Joe misses. Oh, he drains the three, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand.
The previous play is under review.
The question, did he get the basket off in time or not?
And they're going to take another look at the replay to make sure. But to me, it looked like he got it off in time.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So the replay was conclusive. Call overturned. Grant, that one's going to count.
And B.A., you can argue against replay all you want. But at the end of the day, you want it to be a...
What a performance for Julius Randle. He has been the story for Minnesota. For Dallas, Washington's checked in for Williams. Flag comes in for Strus. And MP subbed in for White. They've got MP, P.J. Washington out there with Flag. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Bagley in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Well, Grant, we've heard Anthony Edwards talk about trusting his teammates. He understands you need everybody.
Yeah, a lot falls on his shoulders offensively with this team, B.A. So those playmaking decisions in the moment, a lot easier said than done.
Pass to Flag. MP outside. From downtown. Oh, a silky three from MP.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Here's Rupert. They set the pick. Randle outside. Takes the three. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Last time they came together was in Minneapolis, where they fell to the Timberwolves.
And last time against this team, they struggled with foul trouble. It led to an ugly loss.
Yeah, look, when your best players can't stay on the floor, that's a problem. It puts your team in a really difficult position to win.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Spurs made a big difference. He finished with 19 points, and he helped stretch things out with a few three-point buckets. And you could see his teammates rally around him in that game. Confident performance.
Okay, Allie, thanks. What a commanding performance in that one. He led the charge for his guys.
Yeah, it's clear this guy is unafraid. He relishes the opportunity to take over for his team.
Yeah, so now the question is, can he do it again? Playing like that consistently is not easy.
MP, no good. Timberwolves trail by 4. The drive by Nembhard. Mavericks with the rebound. Bagley's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Washington with the basket on the assist by MP.
Yeah, nice pass by MP. You know, he knows how to run an offense.
And Stan, you coached a bunch of seasons in the league. What's an issue that you face that maybe the average fan doesn't know?
Well, look, I think the thing that fans really underrate about the game is how intelligent these guys are. So it's not really an issue that I face because I was lucky to have smart guys. But I think fans underestimate how much basketball intelligence factors in when you're talking about the best players in this game.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Derek Lively comes in for Bagley, and Isaiah Joe subbed in for Irving.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Flag, and he battles for the ball, gets the second chance bucket. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Outside Joe. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession. Here's MP. Reed with the rebound.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Merrill left side. The three. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting abilities, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Timberwolves trail by 5. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside McDaniels. Minnesota again missing. And so MP will bring it up for Dallas. A tough loss coming against San Antonio in their last game.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
Yeah, poor communication at the defensive end. Many of the rotations were late.
And so it's Dallas closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We'll be right back.
Welcome, everybody. And as we start to work our way through the season, a sneak peek at the Rookie of the Year race.
Well, we're deep enough into the year right now, we can confirm these dudes are legit. They're going to be a problem for a long time.
Yeah, I really like this rookie class. Has some potential stars, man.
And talking about our game now, a very solid first half for the Dallas Mavericks.
When you take care of the boards, usually things turn out well, unless you're getting shot out the gym.
Which hasn't happened yet.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Hey, you look at MP in this game. He's been everywhere.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. Randall at power forward with Reed at center. Then it's Jaden McDaniels. Then there's Sam Merrill. And it's Nembhard in at the 1. Reed for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Such a confident shooter. Reed was ready as soon as the ball got to him.
Stan, you look at Naz Reed, he gives you some size, but he is a dangerous scorer, especially from the perimeter.
Absolutely, B.A. And also, Reed is one of the most entertaining players to watch. So many deflections, blocks, dunks, hits threes. He does it all.
And Grant, this defense of the Timberwolves, one of the league's stingiest.
Well, if you look up and down their lineup, not many weak links for opponents to target. And then, of course, you've got 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert, on that back line. B.A., they're tough.
MP, the pass to Lively. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Pass to MP. Puts up a 3. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Derek Lively uses his mobility to his advantage. He said, quote, "I like to turn the game to attract me because I can't out-muscle anybody. But I can definitely get around people, I can outrun them, and I have to be able to use my stamina and energy to get up and down as much as I can." Back to you.
Smart approach. Allie, appreciate the report. With this pause, let's update you on the best rebounding teams in the NBA over the previous 10 games. 4th, the Timberwolves.
And over the last 10 games, this team has brought it to the glass. Everyone is getting involved and trying to help one another secure boards.
Well, you like the steadying presence a guy like Julius Randle gives a team. He's a reliable and experienced player others can lean on out there.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And here's a look at some numbers for Julius Randle. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. On the wing, MP. He's guarded by Nembhard. They get it back. And a slam dunk by Lively. Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be more to come.
Outside McDaniels. Back to Nembhard. From the stripe. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Yeah, free throws are so key in this league. It's good on MP figuring out how to get to the line.
He does not get the second one.
Well, this period, he's been his own worst enemy, and now he's pressing.
Here's Reed. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. These are his first free throws of the game.
And something I remember from their last outing, he was excellent at the charity stripe.
Well, the biggest thing Naz Reid brings to your team, spacing. Reid can play the 5 and hit threes. There aren't a lot of guys like him.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for Dallas. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Gobert's checked in for Julius Randle. Back to Daniels. 4-3. Minnesota again missing. Dallas has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Again, the miss by Dallas.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
MP, the pass to Irving. Kicks it out to MP. McDaniels with a steal. And here's the fast break. Here's Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Well, that's what Reed brings to the table. He's got an impressive combination of strength and mobility.
From deep, MP. That shot missing.
And they need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
And offensive rebounding, one of Rudy Gobert's specialties, Grant.
Yeah, in some games, over half his points come from second chance opportunities. You know, B.A., even when you block him out, he can reach right over you and get that board.
Irving up top, deflects the pass, and stolen by Nembhard. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. There's the 3. Not going to go that time. Mavericks trail by 3. From deep, MP fires in the triple. MP's got 24.
And he was hot from 3 to start this game. That's his first since halftime.
And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul of the game. Bagley's checked in for Dallas. Rupert, he's checked in for Minnesota. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter. Nembhard for 3. Drills it from deep. Nembhard's got 5 points.
And in the second half here, they're shooting a terrific percentage from 3.
And stolen by Gobert. Here's Rupert. He's guarded by Irving. Nembhard outside. Lets the 3 fly. That one is off. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked.
New group getting ready for the Mavericks. Lively, he's checked in for Bagley. Washington comes in for Williams. Joe's checked in for Strus. And MP subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Naz Reid's checked in for Gobert. Jaden McDaniels comes in for Thor. Merrill, he's checked in for Rupert. And it's Nembhard in for Cousins. Washington and Lively down low. MP is out there with Isaiah Joe. And it's flagged in at the 3. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since.
McDaniels.
Well, McDaniels is a physical player. He doesn't mind getting roughed up a bit while trying to score.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Well, look, you have to be able to count on energy and effort every night, and they're showing a lot of it with this transition buckets.
Yeah, all throughout the game, the opposition hasn't been able to keep them off the glass, and they're paid for it, giving up second chance points.
It's money from deep.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Cleared away by Reed.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
McDaniels outside. Randall on the screen. Takes a 13-footer, and he racks up 2.
Takes a lot of control to hit that mid-ranger, and McDaniels has it.
Now MP. It's stolen. Randall fires. Lively pulls it down. Mavericks trail by 6. Here's Flag. Outside MP. From downtown. Not that time. Minnesota has gone 2 of 6 so far in the 4th. Oh, he cannot hit. For Dallas, they've got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter. Merrill with it. Checked by Washington. Here's McDaniels. Takes a 3. Oh, it misses. 1:06 left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. MP pushing through the contact inside. MP.
And that's real leadership right there by MP. That is big time.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Randall with it. And he drives in. Nembhard outside. Knocks down the trifecta.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game. Well, they got their young star the ball, and it paid off. And he showed up.
And that's an intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 6-point ball game.
He doesn't waste a chance to pad their lead. It's been some solid free throw shooting.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. McDaniels with a rebound. And so they choose to intentionally foul. He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
He got off to a slow start, but it appears he's found his touch from beyond the arc.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, that shuts the door on any hope of a comeback. Nicely done.
And Dallas calls time here. They're behind by 6. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
They need to answer fast.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from 3, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work with.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. And Dallas calls time here. 9 seconds left in the 4th. Guys, your thoughts?
They just haven't put it all together tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
Booyah! He sinks the triple. Oh, he picked him clean for 3, and he nails it.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. And the foul called on MP. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the line for 2. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's a 4-point ball game. From deep. So it's a narrow victory for the Timberwolves, pulling it out for the W. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you know, you have 2 choices. You can either succumb to the hostility